And we're live. We're live. Hi, everyone. We're getting started today. I am gonna say hello. How are you? I hope everyone is doing great. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday. I almost said April. Wow. It is July 8th. I hope everyone is doing great. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so excited to have you. If you're a returning subscriber, hello. I see you. I see you chatting. I'm excited to get into today's topic. Before we do that, I would like to have everyone take a brief moment to give this video a thumbs up as we get started. We have a juicy, jam-packed hour today talking about all things what? Mercari. I even wore my purple, it's as close to purple as I could get, to color coordinate with the Mercari purple. So I hope everyone's doing great. This may leak over an hour because I got a ton of really good questions that are all things that we should definitely talk about. That said, I kind of have a flow today of starting from like least important topics, but still relevant to like really juicy questions that I think everyone should hear with. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hi, Vero. Hi, Karen. Okay. So I hope everyone's doing great. Oh, let me throw up my logo. I upgraded my stream service, so we can now get fancy. I can even throw a video clip in here. It's amazing. So stay tuned for coming weeks. Okay, so hey, Pretty Magnolia, we'll just wait a couple minutes, like a minute or two, to let some more people come in, and then we'll I can't even speak. We'll dive deep into these Mercari stuff because it is good. It is good. I guess we'll slowly start. We won't jump right into the questions. Let's just talk about what Mercari is for those who have not heard of it or have not started it. So basically for those folks, Mercari is another selling platform similar to Poshmark, similar to eBay. And I say those two specifically because I feel like if they got together and had a baby, it would be Mercari. There is I find to be an aesthetically pleasing look that Mercari provides, but a little bit of a complexity that is very similar to eBay. And aesthetic wise, referring to Poshmark, I think that's, at least for me, a clean look in comparison. So I really like the Mercari setup. There are a couple things that I don't love about Mercari. That's not necessarily this video, but I do find as the app continues to grow, the categories still need some work. Like for example, women's shorts is not an easy label. You have to go to vintage to tag something as a woman's pair of shorts. So they're still working on things, but for the most part, it's a pretty good app. Highly recommend. And if you haven't tried it yet, I have a link in the description box where you can get $10 towards your first purchase, $20 once you sell $100 as well. So $30 to you potentially. So give that a little click if you'd like. But for the most part, let's jump right into the meat and potatoes of this conversation. So again, thank you everybody. I am Blake of PoshBossBlake, and let's get into what about Mercari. So today, what about Mercari? Let's start off the basic Mercari difference, and that is about shipping. So shipping is not, it can be easy with Mercari, but it also can be confusing and kind of scary for some people. Out the gate, I will recommend that you get a scale. If you're thinking about reselling, whether heavy part-time or full-time, recommend you get a scale, and that will make shipping with Mercari a little bit less scary. I think when people have to weigh themselves, measure, they get freaked out that they don't want to mess up or like get in trouble for not doing something correctly. You shouldn't have a fear about that. The only rule I would say is make sure you're paying for the weight that you're shipping. Never ship something that is less than what you're paying for, because it could be returned to you, and it also, you could be charged on the back end as like a basic situation. But speaking of the shipping, something that Poshmark offers is the convenience of not having to worry about shipping, like at all. You make a sale, you get the label, right? The only time you have to like make some effort is if something's heavy, like over 5 pounds. Mercari, different. You can absolutely do all of your shipping through Mercari and have them send you a label. However, friends, you can get a better deal if you do the shipping yourself. Mercari partners with more than just the USPS. They also partner with FedEx and I want to say UPS. And I swear at one point I saw DHL as an option. Maybe that's gone away, but anyway, those are the 3 partners. And for the most part, you can ship first class, which is great with Mercari, and you can get cheaper shipping options, unlike Poshmark, where you have that flat 7-Eleven shipping. That's like the cheapest option, unless you get discounted shipping as a buyer. Okay. Back to Mercari. Once you decide how you want to run your sale, the shipping can be done with whatever option you choose. So when you're making your listing, you have the option to select shipping, but shipping through Mercari or shipping on my own. If you do shipping through Mercari, you do a little less work. They send you the label, but you still need to have an idea of the weight of the item. That's like pretty standard. Or you can ship on your own and use a third party, which I do and I use a platform called Pirate Ship. No, not sponsored, no affiliate, no nothing. Pirate Ship, it's free. You just need to make an account. And it's a very easy program. They work with USPS to provide like discounted shipping. It's incredible. Highly recommend. With that, you need to take an extra step, I guess, to put in the information, weigh it, type in the person's information. There's a little room for error, human error in this process, because you're not just getting something sent to you from Mercari itself, which is obviously the more convenient option. But, for the most part, as long as you just take your time, there's no rush. As long as you take your time with it, I highly recommend shipping on your own, because although you can save, I would say sometime anywhere from like, let's say 20 cents to a couple bucks. If you're shipping several packages a day, that all adds up. And that's money that you're saving or you're keeping for yourself. So I highly recommend doing that. But to get to the first question that led me to the shipping conversation is from Instagram, dedicated to deals. They asked, can you use any of the free USPS boxes or mailer envelopes on Mercari? Great question. So something that I hate bringing up Poshmark, but it's a good example. Poshmark allows you the opportunity to use virtually any priority mailbox. And on the label, which I actually have right here, which is perfect. So this is a Poshmark label. Oops, cover up the number. This little note basically says to the mail people, what does it say? Poshmark shippers are authorized to use all priority mail packaging, including flat rate and regional rate packaging, through zones of local and 1 through 8. So basically, Poshmark, you can ship with virtually any box, including any of your own personal blank boxes, like an Amazon box, etc. Mercari, not so much. You need to be aware of what you're shipping. So like if you're shipping first class, you can't ship in a priority mail box or a priority mail envelope. And the good bad thing is, well, I guess it's not a bad thing, but the benefit to shipping through Mercari is you do get first class shipping options. So say something is like £1, right? And you can send, sorry, I'm grabbing a prop. You can send a cute little poly mailer that is small and only pay through Pirate Ship maybe $3.56, as opposed to the Mercari, like the lowest you can get, I think, is like $4.99-ish. So, save yourself a couple cents and invest in some poly mailers if you'd like. However, whatever kind of poly mailer or paper or whatever you would like, or eco-friendliness, we support that all. But you just need to be more mindful of the material that you're using and what it's labeled as. I hope that makes sense. So that is that. Pirate ship. Yes, a lot of comments that pirate ship is great. Yes, it really is. Pirate ship is the bomb. And I see 30 of you people in here, but there are only 9 likes. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. All right, and next question. Next question is thrifty and loud. Do you use the suggest price by Mercari, or do you price based on overall comps? Great question, thrifty and loud. So for those that are unaware, when you are listing an item on Mercari, you get the option to, like, say you're listing a pair of American Eagle jeans, right? Once you start setting everything up and go to price it, like you put in the title, the categories, it's going to give you like a price calculator kind of, and it'll tell you the range. Like, say you have a pair of jeans that are used and you're listing them for $30. That's high for a pair of used American Eagle jeans, right? So Mercari in this instance will show you like on a little graph, and it'll say your price is here, the good selling price is in the middle, and it'll say like, oh my gosh, that's going to be a long sale. You're going to wait a long time to sell that item. In that instance, I would recommend kind of following the Mercari suggestion. However, like, of all the suggestions, do your research, do your comps. Sometimes the Mercari pricer does do a good job at indicating the price that you should list your item at. But like a lot of resellers will tell you, especially like for people selling on eBay, where there's a similar function, don't let someone else price your item. At the end of the day, you're the person who can price the item. Don't get crazy. Like, if you want something to sell, price appropriately based on your research. But, you know, see if the price recommended is in line with the comps. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it depends on a whole lot. And Mercari is still kind of newish, especially to me. So, you know, there could be a whole various amount of reasons that Mercari is saying, oh, you should price it at $15, not 30, you know. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hi, Kelly. Yeah, I never. Yep. Wait, I forgot I can highlight comments. Sorry, you guys. Kelly. Kelly says she never uses a suggested price or shipping. It's always yes. Right. I'm aware of it. Like, when you're putting up the price, it's just there when you're typing in the amount you want to list your item for sale. But it is maybe like a starter for you to get an idea of where to price. In my opinion, I find it's either too low or sometimes it can be too high. That's rare, but sometimes it can be too high. Vero, I hate that graph. Does it factor in free shipping? Because I don't think it does. No. Oh, speaking of, thank you for saying this. Free shipping. The thing that is different in comparison from Poshmark and similar to eBay, is Mercari, in my opinion, as a buyer and a seller. Free shipping, I don't want to say it's expected, but it's expected. Like, as a buyer, the marketplace is huge. It's growing every day. I don't want to buy something if they're shipping. Like, it could be the perfect price, but if they're shipping, no. I want to find the thing that is at that price with free shipping. And if you can be that person so you can get the sale. Like, I even did that with something yesterday. Like, it was very low cost, but then they were like $5 shipping. I'm like, no, didn't get a sale for me. So I highly recommend you work that shipping. If you're offering free shipping, highly recommend that you work that into your list price so that you're not out that money. Oh my gosh, and the biggest thing, sorry you guys, the seller fee is only 10% on Mercari, unlike the 20% on Poshmark. You have to remember, there are things you're paying for with that 20% from Poshmark. They're doing the work. They don't, you don't have to deal with shipping and things like that. So you have to factor that into your mindset. It's, and whatever you choose is good for you. No judgments. Don't compare your business to someone else's business. Just some general notes. Okay, great. I'm just catching up on some comments, guys. Hi, Kinsley. Tried to sell on Mercari, but I don't see sales out there. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Any easy tips? Kinsley. So this is actually going to come up in some questions that I have coming up. So stay tuned. We're going to get to this in a few minutes. because you're not the only one to say that it's been slow. So stay tuned. Hello, everyone. I noticed. Oop, oop. Okay, wait. We're going to this one. Can you do flat rate or use regional boxes on Mercari? I will say yes if you ship on your own, if you choose to ship on your own. When it comes to shipping through Mercari, like having them send you the label, you need to identify what level of shipping it is choosing for you. If it's shipping first class, then no flat rate or regional boxes can be used. But if it's shipping, if you're shipping something over 16 ounces, yes, it can go flat rate. I'd be wary about the regional boxes because it's not as clear cut as Poshmark is. But if you're shipping on your own through Mercari, yes, just make sure you are appropriately choosing that in the platform where you are buying your label. Okay. So let's get back to the questions. All right, thank you for being loud. Okay, Posh is my purpose, Lisette. I don't think she's here at this moment, but she says, what's your best tip for interacting with customers? So great question, actually. And for those who don't know, Posh is my purpose, Lisette. She is a Posher. So I believe that is her main source of income for the reselling platforms. Unlike Poshmark, Mercari, I find, is a very hands-off experience, just like eBay. Like, people don't want the emojis. People don't want the chat. In fact, I don't even think you can send an emoji on Mercari because it's ideally with Mercari, limit the customer interaction, I find. Like, the item is there. I do find you need to interact if people, especially new sellers to the platform, don't put enough information in the description, which has happened. You'll have to like reach out to them. But it's not a platform where you're trying to like get clout, so to speak. Like, you're not trying to have a ton of followers. It's not that vibe. It's not Poshmark in that way. It's kind of like a set it and forget it. The customer wants to buy it. If they have a question, they'll reach out. That's it. What I've been doing lately, because shipping has been a concern, gosh, for a couple months now, especially here in LA, like packages are, I think I said this in my last video, packages are taking a long time to scan, regardless if you bring it to the post office or not. Sometimes I will say, I ship this out XYZ date. Just want to let you know, please give a couple extra days. USPS is really swamped, especially coming from my area. It never hurts to communicate that kind of information, but you don't need to like get crazy with it. Just keep it top line, you know, in and out. No emojis, no. Don't. Someone just did this to me on a platform. Just because I liked the item and you sent an offer, don't then reach out to me and say, hi, I saw this. Do you want it? I sent you an offer. That in fact turned me off, and I was like, unlike I don't want it, please leave me alone. Like, you don't need to do that. If someone wants it, they'll buy it. Wait, Vero had a similar question. Hold on, Vero. I had a question too. I wonder how to best initiate the convo if they like multiple items and might want to bundle. I won't want to comment on their listings. Yeah. So this kind of tackles two questions in the reselling world, and that is with bundles and customer conversations. So with bundles, that is specific to Poshmark, which means you can like put multiple items that you like into like your cart, so to speak, but it can only be from one person's closet. So say you're at my closet, you put in a pair of shoes, then you put in a dress, and then another pair of shoes. You can bundle and have one sale and pay one shipping cost. You can bundle on Mercari. However, you, the seller, need to do a separate listing for that bundle. That is something that the platform is still working out, and they're aware of it. And in fact, in their FAQs, this is outlined. You literally just have to make a new listing with the items that are going to be in that bundle. And there is some annoying conversation that has to be had between you and the customer. But I would keep it very simple. You don't need to be cutesy. Just, hi, I saw you liked XYZ items. Or if this, with Mercari in particular, if they send you an offer, don't accept the offers immediately if it's on multiple items. Maybe reach out on one of them and say, hey, I saw you liked multiple items. I can create a listing so you can pay one shipping price with a bundle. So you can get all of these at X price. It's annoying, it's an extra step, but you know, if you want the sale, you'll do the work, right? So that's that. It seems tricky to get it done. It does. On Mercari, it does take a minute to get a bundle listing going. But I mean, personally, I don't have enough inventory to get a bundle listing on Mercari, so I don't have to worry about it. I say that, but I did have a bundle, like my second sale, so it was fine. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Wendy. So sorry. Is there a way to talk to a liker on Mercari as a seller? I thought you could only contact a potential buyer if they message you first. Liker on Mercari. Yes. So yes, the communication is different on Mercari. It's not as open. Like the thing that I wish Poshmark would actually change, not to talk about that, but you, like, anyone can comment on your listing publicly on Poshmark. Like, so this person who asked me a question was like, you liked my item and sent me an offer. Do you want it? First of all, you made that public on my listing, not even your own listing. So that was annoying. So I had to delete, I don't want that on my closet. So I had to delete the listing and relist it, which was annoying. But the thing about Mercari is that it protects you in that way. So you can contact a seller, but it's better from like the customer. It's from the customer end. I mean, ultimately, like if the liker likes the item, there's options to send them a sale. We'll get into that in a few minutes, but I am not a person who's like seeking out the sale, and not in a rude way. For what I'm gonna say next, but like I don't want to seem thirsty. You don't want to seem thirsty for the sale. Like, do you want this? Do you want this? That's like one of the biggest turnoffs. Imagine going into a store. Oh my gosh, remember those days? Imagine going into the store and having the sales associate say, hi, do you like this blue jacket? And you're like, yeah, that's a nice jacket. Okay, well, do you want it? You said you liked it. And it's like, no, leave me alone. And then they like follow you around at the store. We don't like that. So just, you know. Okay, wait, hold on. Reselling with a monitude. I've heard from almost every other resell YouTuber I've watched say the opposite about interaction, that you should immediately send an offer and then send a message through bundle option. Well, first of all, everyone's different, so that's that. In terms of this comment, I think this might just be unique to bundles. You can run your business however you would like. I am telling you my perspective, so I am not the chaser of a buyer. So that is that. Hi, Kim. Hi, hope you are well. Swimmerization, off topic. Yes, I saw that in their video too, their cute little home tour. I left them a cute little note because that was fun. Hi. Okay, back to questions. Hey everyone, wow, up to 40 people, 42 people, oh my God. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Okay, next question. From Thrifty and Loud again, how often should you reduce item price / promote a listing? So for reference, Mercari has similar, not the same at all, similar pricing models for when you want to run a sale. Unlike Poshmark that says, hey, we have closet clear out or make a deal days, the similar but different options that Mercari has is promote publicly or promote privately. So promote publicly, and we'll backtrack a little bit. When you post on Mercari, you list an item. Similar to eBay, it goes down to the, like, if I post this mug and then 10 of you out there post this mug, because I was first, my item goes to the bottom of the list, right? And my visibility goes away. It's not as great, right? And unlike Poshmark where you can share, or unlike a promoted listing on eBay to keep it up in the search results, etc. Also ignore that motorcycle if you can hear that, sorry. The thing with Mercari is it brings it to the top of the search results when you promote it. So promoting publicly, let's say you have the cup, by the way, Starbucks cup, love it. Let's say you have this cup for $30. If you want to promote it publicly, you have to hit that option and it will automatically, I think it's 10%, automatically suggest, and you can't actually change it. It will only say, okay, great, you want to drop your price down to $27, promote it publicly. And what that will do is it will drop the price down publicly. So this cup will now show as $27. It will also have a special banner on the listing itself at the top of the results that says, oh, it's on sale. And anyone who's liked the items already will get a notification that you've dropped the price. Okay. Now, promote privately, right? Basically sending an offer to a liker, comparing it to Poshmark. You do the same thing, except the public price stays the same. So if this is 30, you can offer, I believe it's 10, 15, or 20% or your own custom amount to your existing likers. Okay, fair enough, right? What is it? The promote option, and we're gonna get to actually, well, let me finish this question. How often do I do it? Not too often. Depends on what kind of item you have. If you have an item that is popular, common, maybe it's a popular brand, etc., maybe price accordingly so you can promote. But you don't want to promote too much because then people will just see you're just like gonna go down. And as a person who would be following that item, I just wait to see how low you're gonna go before you stop. So don't get too crazy, but it's also a sales tactic. If you want to get rid of the item, maybe do a private offer and really go in on that offer. So it's a good one. Thank you for that, Thrifty and Loud. And actually, Wendy had a question. Here we go about this. Okay, so Wendy, thank you for watching. She watched my latest YouTube video, my what sold. So something to note with the promoting options and offers on Mercari is this is the different part compared to Poshmark. She's saying when you send a liker an offer, so someone has already liked your listing on Mercari, you can't send any other likers for 3 days. Correct. So Mercari limits the amount you can promote. And not only that, they limit the amount of listings you can promote. I believe it's 10. You can't get too crazy. Like you can only promote 10 listings in your closet. At least I've gotten a notification like, you've done enough, chill out. So that happens. And then once you've done it on that particular item, you have to wait 3 days. 3 days, which is the bummer if you're really trying to like flip something or get rid of it. Alternatively, you could just relist the item, or if you want to keep it on the app, you just have to let it sit for 3 days. And then she continues with, does Mercari let the new likers know there is already a lower offer for the item? So I think this is reference to pretend we have this listed for 30, you publicly promote, maybe publicly or privately, we'll have to figure that out. I'm gonna try to answer it both ways. Say you have existing likers, this is $30. You promote it, it's now $27. If I now like that item, I don't get a discount because I'm seeing it at the new price of $27. If I am offering a private discount, hey, publicly it's still $30, but you already liked it, you get an offer of $27. I would get a notification for that discount. Anyone who liked that item as well, to my knowledge, I would love to get a Mercari representative. To my knowledge, a new liker to that item while that promotion is still happening does not get that discount. And because you cannot promote more than once in 3 days an item, you are not able to offer them a discount until 3 days later. which is the bummer, which is the bummer. So I hope that answers that question, Wendy. Catching up on the comments, because you guys are killing it in the comments. Wendy says, this is the Wendy that just asked that question. I have 5 people liking an item. There is no way to send them an offer for 3 days, and I can not PM them either. This is a con. It is. But I chalk this up to them being, they have a different sales strategy. They have like an eBay mindset with this. Although you can do certain things on eBay, but yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Wendy. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. I love the Tumblr cup. Thank you, Teresa. This is from the 2020 Pride collection. I actually bought 2, one for me to use and one to resell in about a year's time, next Pride season, or maybe 2 years from now. I don't know. If you can, this is like extra rare because this released while the pandemic is going on. So a lot of people couldn't get their hands on them. So I was smart when I found them. I was like, can I buy 2? And she's like, yeah, great. Let's see. Wendy, I almost agree. I only promote publicly now because it's only 5%. Okay, so correction, sorry about that, I misspoke. The public promoting price discount is 5%. 5%. Thank you so much. Yeah, and for Mercari, until they work around the multiple promoting in a shorter amount of time, like the 3-day thing is really bizarre to me. Like, why 3 days? But until they can work around that, I highly recommend you relist your items to get around that. Yeah. Kinsley, does anyone have any suggestions of brands/items that sell good on Mercari? There is no perfect answer for this. I will just say that now. But I will say you can sell virtually anything on Mercari. It's very similar to eBay in that way. They have so many options for categories. So don't think you can't sell anything, because you can almost sell everything on Mercari. It's incredible. That's that. Let's go back to some questions. Oh my gosh, you guys have so many good questions. Okay. Next up, Veronique. She says, do hashtags on Mercari matter, and what the heck do you write in there? I think write in there means the description box with the hashtags. This has been coming up a lot lately, this question. Hashtags, to my knowledge, do not do a thing for selling platforms. Although Poshmark is social, I'm just going to say that part. Selling platforms are not social platforms. You know, this, like, hashtags are for more social engagements and for visibility. When you are on selling platforms, you're already searching for the thing, so a hashtag wouldn't help, if that makes sense. I hope that's making sense. Like, if I'm looking for rainbow Starbucks mug, me putting hashtag rainbow Starbucks mug doesn't do anything, you know, because you're already putting that in your description. So if anything from this question, I would just say, don't do a hashtag. Be very clear with your description and your title, right? Your title and your main photo, your cover photo. Make sure you start your titles with the brand of the item, of the thing. That is like the number one. There's like 2 number ones. An amazing title, starting with the brand name first in that title, and then your cover photo. Every platform, universal, get that brand name in there first. Boom. Yes. Hello, everyone. My gosh, comments. Such good comments. Hashtags are stupid. Yes, I know. They're really good for being found on social platforms, for example, TikTok, but that might go away. So, Kelly, I feel like customers are accustomed to the price lowering and offers, so they know to wait it out. Yes. And something that I didn't realize until after I was, until I witnessed it. I thought when you sent offers and stuff in Mercari that it didn't keep it tracked in the record, similar to Poshmark, where maybe you had an item listed at 50 and then discounted 20%, then discounted 30%, and then changed the price. Mercari tracks that too. So don't think you can be sly about that. You have to like relist the item to get rid of that conversation. Hello. Hi, Zandy. Not a question. I'm new subscriber. Absolutely Christmas charm. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Zandy. Zandy's such a good name for it. Zandy girl. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I sold a shower curtain. Good for you. Was it, what brand was it? I'm curious. What brand? Oh my gosh, Karen, so sweet. You guys, I'm catching up on the comments. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Teresa, I noticed a lot of users have been spam tagging with most search words. Yes. Okay. So spam tagging, for those that might not be aware of it, are like, say you're going to, I don't have anything. Say you're going to Poshmark and you want to get this an Urban Outfitters shirt. You go to Poshmark, you type in Urban Outfitters striped purple shirt, right? Spam tagging is what someone does when they have a purple shirt, but also like, you know, and match what you're searching, but also fall into people putting hashtags in the bottom of their descriptions that do say Brandy Melville or Louis Vuitton or something that is a brand everyone searches for, so that because it's in their description, not because it's a hashtag, because it's in their description, it shows up when you're searching those other brand names as well. So it's like, if you do go search for Brandy Melville, you'll see this purple shirt and it's like, wait, what? And then you'll go to the description and it'll be in there. And like, that's not a way to sell an item, in my opinion. Because you're also like clouding my feed, which I don't think they're intending to do that, the people that have put that there, but actually no, they probably are. So let's see. Teresa, that's the worst part, and apparently everything for, yes. Hi Margaret, sorry. By the way, I shaved today with the razor. You guys, Margaret got me this beautiful Pride season Harry's Shave Club shave system. She got me the Pride Edition razor. It was beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. Ray Dunn in every single category. Yes, Kelly, these popular brands, but you don't want to be that person, because I will remember that and I will be like, who is this person mistagging their items? And do they know that they're doing that? And most often they do, and it's a tactic. So it was a Waverly shower curtain. Very cute, very cute. Okay, great. Okay, great. Continuing with the questions. Thrifty bargains. What do you recommend for shipping through Mercari? Do you do it through Mercari? Okay, so we actually already talked about this for a hot second, but I would say if the item is high value, I will entertain and probably go with the shipping through Mercari. Because if you do it on your own, which is absolutely fine, should something happen, and this is something I should make very clear, if you ship on your own, which I also highly recommend, if something happens to the item, it says delivered, but it doesn't, even though you upload tracking and even though it's recorded in the system, it's not through Mercari. So if something happens, you're ultimately responsible for that, which is not a great position to be in. So for high priced items, I would rather not have that risk on my shoulders, and I would just ship through that. So I would say everything under like $100, I will ship on my own. But once it hits that 100+ threshold, especially if it's lightweight, I will just ship through Mercari, because I don't want to deal with that. And it's insured and it's tracked, and you know, that's that. I hope that answers your question. Speaking of shipping, passion by purpose again. What do you ship for a pound or over a pound? What do you ship? I think maybe this question is to be, what do you use to ship? So again, Pirate Ship, not sponsored, not affiliated. Pirate Ship, it's free, pirateship.com. And you can ship first class. Ship first class for under a pound. Get yourself some polys, or paper envelopes or something, or I have it here. Reuse an Amazon bubble mailer. This isn't any particular, this is free agent packaging. Reuse as much as you can, you know? So you can even ship in a box first class. It just needs to be most likely small and lightweight. So you can use whatever. You can use whatever. Okay, okay. Margaret, I'm not mad. Don't worry, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at anyone for not showing up on time. There is no on time. This live is live, but it will live on forever, so no worries at all. Wendy, oh, we already got to this question. Foxy Roxy, okay. Is it better to wait for a few likes before sending offers? This is applicable to multiple platforms, but there's no right answer for this, which is not the answer you want. But I would say two things. You can absolutely, if someone likes an item, send them an offer. It doesn't hurt. You literally have nothing to lose. I like to wait at least 10 minutes. And again, some people will even say I do it sooner than that. But for me, I like to wait 10 minutes because oftentimes people or bots will go through and like items and then immediately unlike. So like if you, this has happened to me, it happens to me still. I'll see that people liked it, I'll send offers, and it'll be like, this didn't send any individuals because there's no likers. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Someone just liked it, they unliked it. Whether it was a bot, whether it was a person who was shopping and said yes and then no. I like to give myself some time with that. But I've done both methods. I've waited a couple hours. I would say do it within a couple hours. Because you want while that person's thinking about it to send them an offer. People shop differently, so you can only plan so much in that way. But if you send an offer, I would do it in under 5 hours, and I would do it no sooner than like 2 minutes. That's a little too aggressive. I would be like, how does that person know I'm on the app? But again, do what you want. Try a couple different ways. And especially if you just list an item that's quite popular and getting a bunch of likes, try sending out an offer immediately. Like Lululemon leggings, right? They, for the most part, in one day, in my experience, will get at least 15 to 30 likes within 24-hour period. You could wait till you have those 30. Sometimes I give myself a number and I'm like, I want to hit 10 likes and then I'll send an offer. Or I will send offers as they come in within like 20 minutes of liking. Hope that answers your question. Okay, Vicky Vault. Oh, that's a fun name, Vicky Vault. I do my shipping on my phone and print wirelessly and found I had to manually input their name and address and tracking into Mercari after printing label. I found that super annoying and time consuming. So what Vicky's referencing is something that does come with shipping on your own. For Mercari, unlike eBay, who has integrated shipping, and yeah, I'm trying to think of like, eBay has integrated shipping for all platforms, so this isn't really a comparison. But because Mercari offers shipping through their platform and off their platform, when you ship off the platform, you, again, like I said in the beginning of the video, have potential for human error. You are responsible for typing in the person's name, typing in their address, their zip code, their apartment number, etc. If you're doing it on your phone, I don't know if you're allowed to, because I haven't tried it, I always ship on my computer. If you can highlight the person's name, copy and paste it, and then same thing with the address, that way there's, in my opinion, no room for error in that way. Try it that way. I understand the phone thing. Trust me, I get the phone thing. It's like such an inconvenience when you have to print or do something that's more like desktop necessary, but try copying and pasting the person's name and posting, because you can do pirate ship on the phone as well. So try copying and pasting the person's information and going back and forth between the tabs. Annoying, but you can, if it works for you, let me know, because I'm sure you're not the only person that does everything from the phone. Karen, The nice thing about Pirate Ship is that they use calculated shipping by exact box size, weight, and destination. So many times it's cheaper than certain flat rate boxes. Yes, yes, it is. And for those, to specifically say about Mercari, there are set rates. I'm going to say that loosely. There are set rates, initial rates, but once you type in box size, like dimensions and weight, those adjust. But out the gate, the first class shipping option is $4.99, but you can get, like I said, shipping in a poly or whatever that's light, and maybe like 10 ounces and small. You can get that for under $4. So, you know, like I said, if you're shipping a bunch of packages a day, or even a bunch of packages a week, that could be several dollars that you save in that week, that day, that week, and that could turn into hundreds depending on how evolved your business is. So yeah. Okay, great, you guys. Hi, James. Hi, James. Hope you're well. Okay, let's get some questions. You guys had really good questions. I'm so grateful for all these questions. And you guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. There's only 21 likes and there's 53 watchers, so hit that thumbs up. Okay, so Crystal's Flips from Instagram. Hey, how often do you relist? Great question. Great question from Mercari. So because you cannot share your item, as I mentioned earlier, with Mercari being similar to eBay, like once you post an item, it goes to the bottom of the search results. Because you can't share like you can on Poshmark to get it to the top, I would say that I relist once every couple of weeks. People can get relist happy, and you want to leave your listing online enough for someone to find it. So if the reason you're relisting, and this person, Crystal's not saying this, but let's say the reason you're relisting is to get more likers. Say you only have one liker, maybe no likers, and you want to relist to get more. I would, in the process of doing that, because it doesn't hurt to relist, I would take a good look at your descriptions, your titles, making sure everything's spelled correctly. Because if you're relisting to get more visibility and you have none already, either your item is not in demand, or maybe something's spelled wrong or miscategorized. Because relisting will do nothing. I mean, it will bring it to the top, but like if there's no interest already, just make sure that everything's spelled, cross your T's, dot your I's, you know, that kind of thing. And make sure you're pricing accordingly, because maybe someone else, someone will like it even if it's priced crazy, depending on what it is. But you know, make sure everything's in line. Okay. And you know, again, you want someone enough. You want to leave it in the internet long enough for someone to find it. Like if you list the phone and you say, "Here's this phone," and then tomorrow you relist it, where'd the phone go? You know, like you didn't. Who's going to find that? So just give yourself some time to breathe. Okay. And then Thrift in Lindsay. Hey girl, what is your favorite feature / thing about Mercari? And before I answer this question, I need to shout out Lindsay, because attention all who don't know this, who have been on Mercari already. One of the biggest things, especially if you only use your phone, one of the biggest things that I don't like is that there's no kind of dashboard. There's no seller hub. It's just what you make. Like, you know, when you go into like my listings, it'll just show you before you hit my listings the amount that you've made, or maybe it'll show up 0 because you haven't made sales. Well, attention. There is a seller dashboard Mercari has now implemented. However, it is exclusive to their desktop platform. And I'm going to pull it up so I can tell you exactly what it looks like, because it's actually pretty good. So when you pull up the seller dashboard from your desktop, available on desktop only at this time, you first thing see your account balance, your amount of listings, and your stats. So there's revenue, profit, items listed, completed sales, performance. It'll tell you your average sale price. It will tell you your sell-through rate. It'll tell you how many times you get viewed a day. Like, it is incredible. It is giving us insights that Poshmark does not provide. I'm just saying. And back to sales reports, you can generate a sales report. And unlike Poshmark, you can click the button that says sales reports. It will open up a window and you choose the date range, hit OK, and it will instantly provide you that sales report. Unlike Poshmark, who as of right now and has always, you have to request the sales report and then it has to be emailed to you. And sometimes that can take a while, especially if you're doing like a year prior. So that is a great new feature that I hope you all now are aware of, because I sure wasn't. And Lindsay was like, oh my God, there's a seller dashboard. And I said, oh, I was like, no, there's not. And she's like, let me update my app. Let me see if I need to do updates. And I go to updates and Mercari's updated. I'm like, there's literally no seller dashboard. What are you talking about? And she's like, oh my gosh, try your computer. Maybe it's just a computer thing. Turns out it's just the desktop version. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Hi, Lup. Hi, Lup. Quinon. Quinon. Am I saying that right? Are you French? Lup. Lup Quinon. Okay, wait. Okay. So many questions. So many questions. Let me catch up on the questions, you guys. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I think we might run over the hour because this is a really good interactive conversation today. Is there a way to go back and change the weight of an item for a different label after it has sold, the seller paying shipping and going through Mercari? You can go back and change the weight of an item for a different label after it has sold. I do not think that, I unfortunately do not think that is a possibility, because it is generated automatically. And unlike eBay or unlike Poshmark, depending on what you're trying to, if you're trying to reduce the amount, I think you're kind of SOL in that situation, because you've already set it up, like going into the sale. So that's a bummer. But I'm not 100% sure. But I mean, you could always reach out to support and give it a whirl and ask them if they can change the shipping label weight. Also, Vicky Vault, have you thought about where you want to move to? TBD. There's, story for a different day on that update. There's some more developments. So everything's fine, but stay tuned. Antique, where are you posting? Where are you moving to? Okay, I'm not moving yet. Do you post all listings on all platforms or just some on some, on others and others? Hard goods on Mercari, for example, clothes on Posh. Great question, James. Great question. So for those getting into Mercari, which by the way, if you haven't and you would like to as a buyer or seller, link in the description box below, you can get $10 off your first purchase, as well as $20 once you make your first $100 in sales. Congratulations. Let me know what you think. I use Mercari. Well, no, let me answer this question directly. I post on all platforms. Do I post every single thing I sell on every single platform? No, because some platforms don't allow every single item, although that's starting to change now that Poshmark is really expanding their categories. But for the most part, yes, I will do more hard goods on Mercari or eBay, and more clothes, soft goods on Poshmark. So yes, yes, James. Yes, James. Le Quinon. Or it could be Luke Quinon. I don't know. I just started listing on Mercari, but their suggested price is always super low. Example, J.Crew Silk Blouse, and you would tag $13. Exactly. So I think you just joined in the chat, but in the beginning of this stream, this was brought up, and yes, it is maybe like here's an idea of what the price could be, but definitely do your own research on your comps. Make sure, I would say if you're just starting out, use that as like an idea. But like most of us said, in the comments as well. I don't think that's ever right, you know? So, you know, disregard it. Kelly, hey, sometimes you don't get views on your items, I imagine, because you post it at a slow time of day. I usually get more views early in the morning and late at night. It really depends on what type of items you sell. Yes, so you can definitely pinpoint your listings or like posting your listings at certain times of days when people are more active. And don't forget the different coasts are active at different times, or time zones rather. But also, what plays into this statement is you have to have items that people want. So like there's probably going to be a good market probably any time of day, but like morning and night for like activewear and things like that. But if you're posting at 2 p.m. for some random, maybe not popular pair of cargo shorts, you know, maybe you could definitely be more strategic with that post. Yeah, yeah, agreed, Kelly, agreed. I love Mercari. 90% of my sales this week are from Mercari. Yay, Adriana, however you say it, however you would pronounce it rather. Snaps for Adriana. Let's give a thumbs up on this video for Adriana. 90% sales on Mercari. Yes, honey. Tashana, love that everything is a prop. Listen, I even have this fun tape measurer. Everything is a prop, right? It's a prop. But like also, hello, do you need to charge your phone? It's not a battery pack, but it looks like one. It's a prop. Okay. Vicky Vault. I want to go full-time with clothing reselling, but I feel I'll have to cross-post to Mercari when I do, but I don't weigh my items until it sells. I'm worried about Posh doing tiered shipping. Vicky, I think you are going to have to bite the bullet. If you want to go full-time with clothing reselling, you have to be comfortable with weighing. It's not hard. Like literally all my scales on top of my refrigerator across the laptop at this point, or else I would grab it. You don't need $20 on Amazon. I think my Amazon store is linked down below. I have an Accutech battery powered or AC powered like plug scale. It's the easiest thing. You literally hit the button, put your item on, and it says ounces, pounds, and ounces, whatever you're weighing. And that's it. Like, and then I think people get nervous, and I was that person too. I was absolutely this person when I was getting into the reselling game because I was nervous about shipping and like, how do I do that? I don't have a scale. I don't know what to do. I don't want to mess up. Listen, get yourself a scale, $20 scale. You can probably even get them cheaper. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's really to do one thing. And if you're really trying to get two purposes out of it, get a decent scale and then use it for also weighing your food, like for people that are maybe health conscious or, you know, whatever the case may be. I think, yeah, as a full-time reseller, you will need to cross-post, absolutely. More visibility, more customers. Correct, good mindset there. But I think you will also absolutely, you need to make sure that you learn to become comfortable with shipping and weighing. Yeah, that's that. You can, and also let me put this out there into the world. Don't let something so minute, so, I don't want to say silly, but in the grand scheme of things, imagine how many more sales you could be getting if you were just weighing your items on platforms like Mercari and eBay and just dealing with that then. You're going to save your time. Like, maybe you won't save your time, but you won't have this stress of worrying, right? And once you get the hang of it, you won't be scared, and maybe that'll actually increase your efficiency so you can get more listed. And maybe you're overpaying too. Like, you could be paying first-class shipping for some stuff. So definitely entertain that, Vicky. And I want you to win. Everyone can win. We want success. We want everyone to win. So definitely entertain getting that scale, $20. Also, if you want to see anything that I personally use to ship with, like supply-wise, I believe my Amazon store is linked down below, so check that out. It's like a storefront, so you can see what I do for reselling. I also have some like beauty supply stuff that I've used. Okay, Morgan. Hi, Morgan. Yes, I was so afraid to try Mercari because of the weighted shipping. I needed ASAP to start, so I went to Target and used a food scale and my digital bathroom scale for larger packages. Yes, yes, right? I mean, really, you don't need, depending on what you're selling, you don't need the scale to go crazy. Like, I have shipped 0 things over 5 pounds. No, that's a lie. I have shipped some things over 5 pounds, and I was like, oh, come on. And of course, it was on Poshmark, so I had to pay the upgraded label cost. But it's not that scary. Just do it. And once you buy that, save that receipt. It is a business expense. Save your receipts and pay your taxes. Always. Um, okay. You guys, okay, we're gonna go till 7:15 today, or 15 more minutes. Sorry, everyone's in different time zones. 15 more minutes, and then we'll cut it off today. And then next Wednesday will be such an exciting day. I'll tease you in a moment with who will be joining. Kinsley, one thing I don't understand is the size range for jeans on there. Like, if I have a size 22, how am I supposed to? Yes. So this was kind of brief. I think I briefly touched on this in the beginning of the stream. Mercari still has to figure their stuff out on categorizations when you're listing something. The example I used was I had women's shorts, and the only way you could post women's shorts was going through vintage. I was like, these are just regular shorts, they're not vintage. But that was the only place you could get shorts. And this is one of my biggest pet peeves. I don't like the sizing options for Mercari. You have to do it in inches. There's no, depending on what you're choosing, there's no simple like small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL, etc. It's all inches, and that I don't like. You know, I don't know. I agree. That bothers me too, Kinsley. That bothers me too. And real quick, I realized I never answered Lindsay's question of what my favorite feature is on Mercari. And I would have to say, initially it was the 12 photos, similar to eBay, before Poshmark had upped their photo limit to 16. But now, present day, I just like that there is another place and another set of eyes that is newer, that people are going to maybe first or in addition to. So I don't know. I like the visibility Poshmark has created for my business, or my side business rather. So that's that. Summarization, use kitchen scale from Walmart. Yep. I provide measurements because I kept getting asked when I wasn't home and possibly losing the scale because I didn't have an immediate answer. Yeah. Yeah. You know what though? You almost kind of need, you can absolutely have like a go bag. You know, when if you've had a baby, you have your go bag, right? The hospital bag. Or once you have the baby, you have, you know, the go bag, which is diapers, formula, if that's what you choose, wipes, etc. You can have a go bag with reselling. It doesn't need to go with you, but like, you know, the idea of the organized things. And in my go bag, which is a cute little plastic container, organization container, tote, is my scale, my priority mail labels, miscellaneous priority mail stickers, my priority mail labels that are free from USPS website, along with my other USPS supplies that are free. And what else? My thank you stickers and pens and a tape measure. So that way everything is just always in that box, period. And for me, lucky for me, I don't have much space, so it's always in the same place. Pasha said, what are you using to cross list? I use Vendoo, and I think I need to put that link in my description. I know there's other platforms out there. I personally like Vendoo because that's what I've used, and I'm very visual with what I use platform-wise. Like I need like a nice clean platform, and I just like what Vendoo's platform looks like. So highly recommend them. Kim Miller, worried about shipping, just jump in. Just jump right in. And there's really not too much to learn. I think Like also the scales, don't we wish the scale would lie sometimes? The scale won't lie. So, just make sure it's on a flat surface and put your thing, weigh it and move on, It's really not too big of a deal. But I understand because I did have that same panic. I don't want to call it fear, but hesitation. Larissa, I have a go bag for reselling and hanging in my bedroom door. Yes. Oh, speaking of hanging, really, really good for the resellers of the world, the crafters. Get a shoe organizer and put it on the back of a door. If you have a dedicated room, you can put a lint roller in one little shoe compartment. You can put your lint shaver, sweater shaver in one. You can put each little thing in each little pocket, label the pockets if you want. Great idea. Can you do a video on tips and experience doing taxes for reselling for the first time? Understand you won't share your info for next year, but my first time filing reselling and I'm feeling nervous. Morgan, very natural question. I'm not a tax professional, and there's real legal repercussions for putting information out there when you are not that person. And like legal repercussions for not only myself, but like for you. Like if I said something and you did it and then you got audited and then owed the IRS money, oh honey, that would be a bad situation. But I want to do this in some capacity, potentially with a CPA or someone, because I've done my own taxes. But as my streams of income have continued to grow, like different platforms, and continue to keep, like there's something else that I'm getting money from, it's too much for me to handle. And I know that can also be a burden, even when it's one thing off of maybe your main stream of income. So I want to do that justice with a CPA or a tax professional. So stay tuned. We have a good year for it. So I want to definitely do that. So yes, that's down the pipe. Angry Owl. Yes, Angry, we already did touch on this, and ultimately you don't need them, don't use them, don't waste your time. And remember to round up to the next ounce. When you're weighing, it just depends. Like it depends on what platform you're using when you're typing in the ounces and things. Like say you're weighing something and it's 10.5 ounces or 10.4. If the platform itself will let you type in 10.4, 10.5, great. The system will correct it to what it needs to be. But if your item is 10.5 ounces and it only lets you input the number 10 on whatever platform you're entering these numbers into, round up, like streamerization saying, because you don't want to underpay your package weight on the off chance that the USPS weighs your package and sends it back to you for not paying enough. Yeah. These are great questions. Great questions. Marsha's, I need the skill to lie to me. Yes. The shoe organizer is such a big deal. Agreed on rounding up. Pirate ship does it automatically. Yep. Okay. All right. All right, you guys. So we are getting to the end of our stream. Any last minute questions, Mercari or not, get them in. And I will take this opportunity. Ooh, so excited. I am going to pull up some information just so I can accurately tell you what next week's topic is going to be. You guys, are you ready for it? Because I don't know that you are. No, you're fine. So basically, I'm going to have a guest next week. I am going to have a guest. I would love for you to give me some thumbs ups before I tell you the guest, because it's I would like to get to 35 thumbs ups, please, before I tell you who the guest is going to be on my channel. And there may be some more guests coming. Oh, we certainly got to 35 in a hot second. I'm going to say, we need to get to 45 likes, and I will tell you who next week's guest is going to be and what the topic will be. Oh, 45 likes. 45 likes. 45 likes. 45 likes. 40 likes. 45 likes. Only 38 likes. Listen, we need to get to 45 likes. You want to know who this guest is? You want to know? You want to know? How? This is me being funny. I can sing, but like that's me being funny. ha, 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 ha. Okay. Okay. You guys, I've got it up. I've got it up. I need to get to 45 likes or else I'm not telling you. 45 likes. Oh my gosh. Who just super chatted me? Vero, that's so sweet. Thank you so much for the super chat. We need to have a powwow. We need to have a powwow about this. Me and my cohorts. So I don't have an answer for this. Thank you. It's so sweet. But we need to just talk about it, you know? We need to talk about it. 43, we're at 43 likes. Get to 45 likes, and I will tell you who next week's guest is. Also, I love that you guys are loving our SNL. It really means a lot. It really means a lot. Sorry for the awkward silence. You guys, you know, we would, I mean, SNL is great. We just have to, you know, there's there's different members of the team we need to coordinate with. Need to have a meeting of the minds, you know. Oh my gosh, you guys, guess what? We got 45 likes. We got 45 likes. Okay, quickly, because I just see this question now. On the desktop, not in the browser, in like you can't use your phone for this, on your computer screen, go to Mercari, click your little profile icon, and it'll give you the drop downs. I think it's the second item that is seller dashboard. And if it's not there, try it from Google Chrome browser. Yeah. All right, you guys. So next week, drum roll please. Next week's guest is going to be my good Judy, my good friend, Denali Swisher, aka Alducho Thrift. And the topic of the week is going to be sourcing and scaling your business. Ooh, yes! That's going to be such a great conversation because Denali and myself have a bunch of things in common. So we both come from corporate backgrounds. Denali actually just celebrated her 3-year anniversary of going full-time, which is incredible. And for anyone that's done that, you know it is not easy. So that's a major celebration for her, Denali. And she's also taking some steps actively and has mapped out ways that she's scaling and growing her business. And it'll be a great conversation with us all. So get ready for those questions for Denali. And we're like serious growth questions, like whatever you want to know. Maybe questions about having an office or having employees, like those kind of questions. Also in regards to sourcing, the sky's the limit with your questions. And that's really it. So with that being said, I would like 2 more likes at 50 likes. 50 likes, 50 likes. Ooh, oh, my AirPods just gave me a noise. They're gonna die soon. Oh, BB Moira. Oh, love BB Moira. You have a lot you want to know, Vicky? Great. We love that. All right, you guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning into my Mercari video. If you have any questions after this video is posted, I will come back in my seller dashboard my YouTube dashboard to check the comments, so we can definitely connect that way. Shoot me a DM on Instagram, PoshBossBlake on every platform, and I will see you guys next week with my co-host Denali to talk sourcing and scaling. Okay, have a great evening, everybody. Everybody. Oh my God, wait. wait, one more thing. I will have a new video on Friday for this channel. It will be a thrift haul. Oh my God, a thrift haul. Remember those? What? I'll have a new thrift haul. And I think I'm gonna finally have my second video for my second channel, Blake Does Things. So stay tuned for Friday. Stay tuned for Friday. Stay tuned for Friday. Oh, Friday. Okay, bye, you guys. I'm going crazy. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.